You can lose money, you can lose opportunities, but the one thing you must never lose is yourself, especially in the heat of impulse. Today, we step straight into the fire. 5 Stoic tools to stay calm when chaos tries to break you. No empty theory, each lesson comes with a practice, a simple 60 to 120 second drill you can use right now. Imagine this: your phone lights up, an email arrives, the contract you were counting on cancelled at the very last minute. Your heart races, your mind burns, and in that instant you stand at a crossroads. To react blindly or to master your reaction. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, true power is not in shouting, but in disciplined calm. This video gives you 5 practices you can apply within the next 24 hours to take command of your emotions like a modern Stoic. And at the end, I'll share with you a free 5-line Stoic journal you can download, a tool to keep your mind clear, steady, unshaken. I'm Jason, and this is the Stoic Habit. If you feel this is the journey you need, hit subscribe, where each week we train the mind to become untouchable. Let's dive right in. Part 1. Amor Fati. Accept fate, master what you can. A close friend of mine, let's call him Alex, lost his job the very week he turned 40. Everything collapsed on a Friday afternoon. The kind of day that feels like a trapdoor opening beneath your feet. Alex sent me a message. Why me? Why now? I asked him a single question. In this story, what still belongs to you? What is still in your hands? There was silence. 10 seconds of heavy silence. Then he sighed. My resume, 3 people I can call, my alarm clock so I can get up early tomorrow, run, clear my head. That moment right there is the heart of Stoicism, because life will never follow the script you wrote in your head. The company's decisions beyond your control, the weather beyond your control, traffic on the highway, someone else's opinion of you, all beyond your control. But there are things that remain yours always. How you prepare, how you speak, how disciplined you are with your body and your time, and most importantly, how you choose to interpret what just happened. When life refuses to obey your expectations, the Stoic does not collapse. The Stoic accepts the fact without bitterness, so that he can focus entirely on the only battlefield that matters, his own response. No illusions about controlling the future, no wasted energy on what cannot be bent, only disciplined attention to what is right in front of him. Here's a simple practice. A 1-minute drill called the control scan. Take a piece of paper. Draw 2 columns, what I can control and what I cannot. Fill them in quickly for whatever event is troubling you today. Then circle just one action from the control column and commit to doing it immediately. Say it out loud. I do not choose the script, but I choose my response. Alex did exactly that. He made 3 calls that afternoon, and 2 weeks later he had a new interview lined up. Not a miracle, not luck. Just amor fati, the love of fate. The decision to embrace whatever arrives and turn it into a stepping stone. Because when you stop demanding that life be different, you discover the quiet strength to make yourself different. Part 2. Reframing. Challenge your perspective before your emotions take control. Emotions erupt because of the beliefs hidden beneath them. If the belief is false, your emotion will drag you in the wrong direction. The Stoic does not bury feelings. The Stoic studies them, turns them inside out, and tests whether they are built on truth or illusion. Here's the framework: 3 simple questions to reframe any moment. First, why am I really angry, sad, or anxious? What belief is fueling this reaction? Second, what conclusion did I just jump to? Maybe it's, she doesn't respect me. And third, is there a fairer, more generous way to interpret this? Perhaps, she's exhausted. Maybe my words came out too sharp. Notice what happens when you ask these questions. The fire cools, the storm shifts. You stop being a prisoner of the first thought that flashes through your mind, the story about everyday conflict. Your partner answers in a clipped tone at the end of a long day. Instantly, your mind screams, "They're belittling me." But if you pause, if you ask the three questions, another story appears. "They're drained. I should wait until tomorrow." And just like that, what could have turned into a battle transforms into cooperation. The story about from the world of business. Imagine your boss edits your slides just minutes before the presentation. Your instinct says, "They don't trust me." But a reframed perspective might be, "They're under pressure from leadership and they want us both to succeed." Same event, different story. And the story you choose dictates the strength you carry into the room. Now, let's make this interactive. Here's a quick quiz for you. Situation A. Your boss changes your work at the last second. How would you reframe it to stay calm and even strengthen collaboration? Write your answer in the comments. I'll pin some of the best responses so we can all learn from each other. And here's a 90-second drill, the Stoic pause. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Whisper to yourself, "Don't believe the first thought." Then, pick one of the three reframing questions and answer it honestly. Because here's the truth. Emotions are not commands, they are signals. And when you shift your perspective, you take back the steering wheel of your mind. The Stoic knows every event can be told as tragedy or opportunity. The choice of story is the choice of your life. Part 3. Negative visualization. Turn fear into preparation. Most people misunderstand fear. They think fear is the enemy, something to crush or escape from. But the Stoic sees fear differently. Fear, left unconscious, will freeze you, paralyze you in the worst moment. Yet fear, when faced directly, becomes fuel for preparation, and preparation becomes calm. This is the art of negative visualization. Instead of running from the worst-case scenario, you invite it into the room. You study it. You disarm it. Here's a 3-step drill, just 3 to 5 minutes. First, sit still. Close your eyes. Choose a situation that's coming soon. Maybe it's a presentation, an interview, or a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Second, imagine the worst. Truly feel it. The microphone cuts out. Your mind goes blank. They ask the one question you hoped no one would ask. You feel the rush of anxiety rise in your chest. But instead of fleeing, you watch it, like a calm witness. And third, make a plan. If A happens, then B. If you forget your words, you have a landing sentence ready. The main point I want to emphasize is, if the microphone fails, you move closer, project your voice, and continue. If the question blindsides you, you breathe, and you say, "Let me reflect on that. Could you restate it so I'm sure I understand?" 2 backup options are all you need. More than that, and you'll overcomplicate it. Applications are everywhere. In a presentation, prepare one anchor line that carries your message even if you lose the details. In a job interview, have 2-star examples you can always fall back on. In conflict, carry one de-escalation phrase, something like, "I want to understand you better before I respond." Do you see the shift? What once felt like a shadow chasing you is now a checklist in your pocket. The vague what-ifs that caused panic become scenarios you've already rehearsed. And here's the power your brain calms down when it knows you have a plan. The nameless fog of dread turns into something specific, and the specific can be handled. When Marcus Aurelius wrote about preparing for difficult people and harsh days, this is what he meant. By imagining trouble in the morning, he robbed it of surprise. Because once you've already met the worst in your mind, the real world loses its power to scare you. You walk in steady, unshaken. Negative visualization doesn't eliminate fear. It transforms it into readiness. And readiness is the secret armor of the Stoic. Part 4. The Stoic Journal. 10 minutes to untangle your emotions. Writing creates distance. When you place words on paper, you no longer drown in your emotions. You stand on the shore and watch them. And when you can see them clearly, you can finally decide how to respond, instead of being dragged by the current. The Stoics practiced this long before psychology gave it a name. Marcus Aurelius himself wrote in his Meditations, not for an audience, not for history, but to examine his own mind. He was, in truth, journaling. Here's a simple template, 5 lines, done each night. 1. Event. For example, a client cancelled last minute. 2. Emotion. Disappointment, 7 out of 10. Frustration, 5 out of 10. 3. Belief. They don't respect me. 4. Response today. Maybe you sent a sharp email. 5. Better tomorrow. A calm reply. Propose a new slot. Add a firm deadline. That's it. 5 lines. But those 5 lines can change your inner world. Many investors, creators, even billionaires keep journals. Not to romanticize their thoughts, but to make their thinking clear. 1 page in a journal can be worth more than 2 hours of heated argument. Because the moment you write, "I was angry," 8 out of 10, because I believed they disrespected me, you uncover the hidden belief. And once you see the belief, you can change it. Here's your practice: 10 minutes, starting tonight. Set a timer. Don't worry about perfect sentences. Don't worry about handwriting. Ugly writing is fine. Truthful writing is gold. For the first week, commit to just 5 lines each night. At the end of the week, read them back. Underline 1 belief that keeps repeating itself. That belief is the lever. That is what you must challenge, shift, or let go of. After only 7 days, people notice something strange. Their anger hasn't disappeared, but it has lost its command. The same sparks appear, but the fire no longer spreads. That is the quiet power of the Stoic journal. It doesn't erase emotion. It dethrones it. It gives you the authority back. 10 minutes a night, 5 lines on a page, and you begin to rule yourself instead of being ruled. Because the true battlefield is not the world outside. It is the story you write within. Part 5. Memento Mori. Live as if you died yesterday. This is not pessimism. This is not about gloom or despair. Memento Mori, remember that you will die, is about clarity. It's a new resolution for your emotions. Because when you see the big picture, the little things begin to lower their volume. Think back 1 year ago. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. The crisis that felt like the end of the world back then, how heavy does it feel now? Chances are, it has shrunk. It has faded into the background. Now, expand your view forward. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from today. Who do you want to be when you look back? The person consumed by small grudges, or the person who lived with calm, focus, and dignity? Write a single line of commitment, no more than 12 words. It could be, "I choose calm over impulse," or "I honor my time with discipline," or "Silence first, strategy next." Carry that line with you like a shield. An actor once said, "We only have a few true moments on stage, don't waste them on anger." Life is the same. 10 years from now, will the arguments, the petty competitions, the must-win ego battles of today still matter? Or will they look like noise unworthy of your spirit? That answer decides the quality of your life. And the practice is simple. It's called the 90-second zoom out. Step back and ask, if I died yesterday, how would I live today? If I have only this bonus of time, how should I spend it? Real-world applications. When attacked online, ask yourself, a year from now, will this be worth even 1 hour of my energy? During a family conflict, ask, 3 years from now, how do I want to remember this moment? And in work setbacks, if this failure doesn't kill me, what lesson is it trying to teach me? The effect is profound. Suddenly, the sharp edges of emotion soften. The panic dissolves into perspective, and you realize nothing is as permanent as it feels in the heat of the moment. Memento mori is not about fearing death. It is about loving life so deeply that you refuse to waste it. So live as if you died yesterday, and everything you do today becomes a gift, a bonus, a chance to live with purpose, calm, and strength. Conclusion. 5 timeless Stoic practices: amor fati, reframing; negative visualization, the Stoic journal; and memento mori. Each is a tool, but together they are a shield against chaos, against impulse, against losing yourself when life tests you. Now it's your turn. For the next 3 days, apply them. Start small, but start today. Seal your commitment by writing in the comments, "I choose calm." Share your story in the comments below. I, Jason, will read every single one. And if this video brought you value, you can tap the thanks button to support me in creating more content. Join me on this Stoic journey, because we don't just learn how to live with strength, we also learn how to control your emotion, untouchable.